Shall we all stand, please?
Have you ever felt love with just your hand? Close your eyes and trust it, just trust it. Have you ever thrown a fistful of glitter in the air? Have you ever looked fear in the face and said, I just don't care? It's only half past the point of no return. The tip of the iceberg, the sun will burn.
You all may be seated. Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think of it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing on stage, looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone who has meant anything to you in the past 20-something years. So why do we do it? The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. Why this moment? Because despite all our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier, or one universal truth, that no matter where we are, where we come from, and what we believe, we know this one thing: love is what we're doing right. That's why you are both standing here. That's why you're all here watching them standing here. We have all loved in our lifetime, and in this moment, we're reminded that the ability to love is the best part of our community. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, some are long, some are yet unwritten, while most are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. And that brings them here. A time to pause, look back, and smile at the moment that brought them here. And a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come. I'm here, we're all here, because we want those moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying, I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Falling asleep next to each other, making dinner together, spending holidays with your families, binge watching Netflix shows, getting a big hug when you get home from work. These everyday moments fuse together in that big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not designed. We'll now hear from both parties the virgin vows which are going to exchange.
You are my best friend and my safe space in the world. I love that you love me exactly as I am, but you will always push me to be my best. I love that you brought the nerd out in me and you embrace it, Harry Potter and all. You accept my crazy and you tell me it's okay, even when I can't see that myself. We've known each other for 17 years. And through camp, we've been taught many things, how to function while being completely exhausted and yet still managing to sing Rise and Shine. And also how to understand people from everywhere, both literally and philosophically. The best thing camp has given me, however, is you, the love of my life, my companion on this insane adventure. I promise to always be there for you, even when you don't ask me. I promise to talk about your mom so that she's with us to guide us through our relationship. I promise to clean the bathroom because I know you hate it. And I promise to love you in your entirety, body and soul. And lastly, I promise to love you through the continuity wreck that is the DC universe. We have been through so much, and we have so much more to go. Some of it will be amazing and exciting, and some will be scary and seem impossible, but we will make it through together. I cannot wait for our life to continue together and for all of the future Comic-Cons we have to look forward to. I love you, and I will continue to love you as long as we both shall live. I love you.
Water, please.
Thank you. All right. I love you. You look beautiful. You look today like a Disney princess. We have known each other for a long time, and we would definitely have what people would refer to as an unconventional relationship, and yet it's been wonderful. And before we knew it, it turned into love, a real love, one built on time and understanding and all those little messes that make life worth living. It has been an amazing journey, and quite frankly, I'm excited to see where the future takes us. It's going to be an insanely wild ride. I'm proud of the woman you've become. You are beautiful, and I am thoroughly blessed to have you as a companion to enjoy this crazy ride of life. I vow to revel in your victories. I vow to stand there and help you if you stumble and fall. I plan to be there to admit that you're right, even if I'm wrong, even if you're wrong. I will bring you chocolate and cheese and hugs if you're down and sad. And I will be there to make you smile. I vow that I will protect you, encourage you, support you, but most of all, love you with everything I am, now and forever.
You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who answers you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and make every day better. Will you, Craig, keep Stephanie as your favorite person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I do.
Will you, Stephanie, keep Craigie as your favorite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I do.
Will you, Craig and Stephanie, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in each other, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and whatever may come next?
We do.
Exchange rings. You may exchange rings. You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. People often say wedding bands are a perfect circle with no beginning and no end. But rings did have a beginning. They were formed a long time ago with the earth. Eventually, a series of lucky events caused them to rise to the surface, where someone dug them up. Metal was then liquefied in a furnace of 1,000 degrees, molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made from this raw element. Now we'll join Craig and Stephanie as they unite their lives, symbolized by standing in our hours. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings and through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect being shaped into something extraordinary. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope you remember that. You have created something invaluable, and just as I know you'll protect these rings, I'm confident you'll protect the commitment you've made to one another. By the power vested in me by the internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
You guys ready for a wedding reception? I'm not, I'm going home, I'm just kidding. Alright guys, we're going to put in the bridal party, the parents of the bride, parents of the groom, all those fun people that we love. So here we go. Alright guys, introducing first the parents of the bride. Tom and Victoria guys the moment we've all been waiting for. The brand new Mr. and Mrs. Craigie Bowen Jr.
I've been setting up prayers so many times. Think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my
Gin
dreams.
and tonics are awesome.
Great timing that day. All right, at this time, the newlyweds are going to do their first dance.
Can't say how the days will unfold. Can't change what the future may hold. But I want you in it, every hour, every minute. This world can race by far too fast. Hard to see while it's all flying past. But it's clear now, when you're standing here now, I am meant to be wherever you are next to me. All I wanna do is come running home to you, come running home to you. And all my life I promise to keep running home to you, keep running home to you. And I could see it right from the start, that you would be my light in the dark, light in the dark. Oh, you gave me
that. Craigie, come on the dance floor with Wendy.
I love you, Mama. I can share with you for tonight. It's okay.
Wendy is filming in for Craigie's mom, which could not be here today. I was good friends with her, so it sucks.
Stop it,
So-
Tim.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I took the supermarket flyers from the windowsill. I threw the day old tea from the cup. Packed up the photo album Matthew had made. Memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Garrett Wilson cars and stuffed animals. Poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mom, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up. But I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. I fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly in a case. John said he'd drive, then put his hand on my cheek and wiped a tear from the side of my face. And I hope that I see the world as you did, 'cause I know a life with love is a life that's been lived. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. Hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. You got to see the person I have become. Spread your wings and I know that when God took you back, He said hallelujah, you're home.
Wendy,
Alright, you know.
yeah. Wendy, I hate you for that, but that's okay.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Where the hell are we? Toast? I think, I don't know. Toast?
Yeah, come on, Jason, step up. Oh, no, Autumn. How the hell do you follow that? Anytime. I need another one, stat. James, you're doing! Yeah, I don't know.
We have terrible planning, I'm sorry.
I Everybody blame my mother. It's perfectly acceptable right now. My mouth is shut now. I knew that was coming.
So, really soon after Stephanie got engaged, I was sitting on a bench in Oktoberfest when I received a phone call. And that phone call was her asking me if I would be her maid of honor. And 3 thoughts swiftly entered my head. Oh my God, she really does love me. 2, oh, I get to plan the bachelorette party. And finally, 3, oh crap, I have to do a toast. And it's crazy because I'm an only child, and so I learned pretty quickly and fairly young that the people that you choose in your life are your family. The people who you find who matter to you are your siblings. And so I've known Stephanie more years than I haven't known her. And I couldn't ask for a better family than these 2, which is crazy for me to say because honestly, we weren't the best friends in high school. But you grew on me like a fungus. And sitting here today, I could not imagine being anywhere else. I couldn't imagine being out there or even farther down this table. Because you are one of the most amazing and wonderful people I've ever met. And watching you grow, damn it. I got me. They got me. She got me. I got me. Okay. Watching you grow as a person and change and become this amazing woman that you are, and finding the love of your life. I have tissues. Ready. And finding this amazing man who loves you the way I've loved you for so long, even better. Just makes me so happy. And Craig, you are so lucky to have found this wonderful woman and helped shape her into who she is now. Because you have. And seeing how she's grown and changed and blossomed under your love is one of the most amazing things I've seen in my life. And I'm so thankful that you 2 have each other. Now, this is the moment where I'm supposed to give some cute, beautiful advice on how to make your lives together amazing. But you don't need it, because you already see each other and love exactly who it is that you're with. And so, to Steph and Craigie and the rest of your amazing life.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh my God, how do I follow that? Needs tissue.
You go, Jason.
We're all settled in for this one.
6 minutes.
I'll do my best, okay? I'll do my best. This might turn into an emotional train wreck, so we'll see. I'm good, thank you. Good evening, family, friends, and everyone who wanted to be here and those who couldn't get out of it. My name is Jason, and I'm happy to preside over the only 5 minutes of the day that Steph didn't plan. 6, excuse me, 6. Personally, I believe everyone involved deserves an immense thank you for helping contribute and making this day as stress-free as possible for these 2 lovebirds. So how about a big round of applause to Tom and Vicky for putting this shindig together? And I see Craig's family decided that they had to be here today. They had to actually make sure he was going through with all of this. I'm glad to see them here joining us. The ring is on her finger and the marriage license is signed. Well, it will be signed. You're running a joke. He can't escape now, so you're all good. You can relax. I feel this is also a great opportunity for a small disclaimer. I can only say in my defense that Craig and I share the same sense of humor. So if this speech is in any way unfunny, please feel free to blame him. Now, growing up, I always wanted a little brother, more than the newest toys or video games. And every time I would ask my mom with the doe eyes fluttering and using the sweetest tone possible, I always got the same reply: hell no. My mom felt one kid was enough, and considering I made her go gray before the age of 30, she was right. That's why I had to settle for pets, less mess, less headaches. So, luckily for me, in the summer of 2000, my mom and Craig's parents decided to reconnect with each other. And when I was first introduced to Craig internally, I felt like my search for a big brother or a little brother was over. He was younger than me, extremely gullible, and fortunately, he was also housebroken. In one afternoon, we bonded over our mutual love of Pokemon. That segued to sleepovers in which we stayed up all hours of the night talking movies, music, video games. We even bonded over movie trailers that could be downloaded only at dial-up speed. It was clear from day one that we were inseparable, and the fact that the both of us eventually lost our virginity was a downright miracle. Those of you that know Craig have at least one favorite story about him. Some of us has better stories than others. Mine revolves around him facing a crowd of friends and family at my wedding and delivering a punchline at his best man speech that left me doubled over laughing, and the rest of the room, including my lovely wife down there, completely in confused silence. Even though not everyone laughed at his words, it still to this day makes me chuckle when I think about it, but that's Craig. That's who he is. In one moment, you watch him do something insane or foolish, but then on the way home at 3 in the morning, your car breaks down and he's the first one there to help. Those conflicting personality traits make him the great friend that he is. Through it all, we've seen each other through personal struggles and failed relationships, which is why when he first told me about Steph, I went into big brother mode. I wanted to make sure that she had his best interest at heart. Then I met her, and she didn't disappoint. Steph is intense, opinionated, true to her convictions kind of gal, and quite honestly, she scared the hell out of me. Truth be told, she still does. But when I saw the two of them together for the first time, it was easy to see why Craig was so enamored by her. Not only was he clearly smitten, but he was also evolving. Gone was the timid, apprehensive kid that I knew for so long. Now standing before me was a decisive, confident man that was finally standing tall. I had tried for so long, but to no avail to help Craig reach that change by himself, but it was Steph who ended up whipping him into shape, thus proving the adage that behind every great man is a great woman, resisting the urge to choke him. If my own marriage has taught me anything, it's trust your vows. They're not just words. For better or worse is one that I'm most drawn to, because that is essentially what it comes down to. Love is basically revealing all there is to know about yourself and letting the chips fall where they may. And considering the balance you bring to each other's lives, it's safe to say that you're both where you were always meant to be. Steph. I'm going to try to do this without crying here. There are not enough words a big mouth like me could say to express how happy I am for you to walking into Craig's life and changing it for the better. Your love transformed my best friend from hopeless to hopeful, sad to happy, heartbroken to love. And while I can say that I didn't see it coming initially, in hindsight I should have. After all, Craig was raised and molded by a woman as equally loud and tough as you are. And she too also scared the hell out of me. But I know she's here with us tonight, and I know she's very happy that her son chose you. Craig, I've had the honor of calling you my best friend and little brother for the better part of my life. I've always looked out for you, defended you, and protected you as any big brother would. But now, my watch has ended. That summer of 2000, I got to do something not everyone gets to do. I got to choose my brother. And as I've watched you grow over the years, it has been a true honor watching you evolve and grow into the man that now sits before me. And I couldn't have been prouder to have a front row seat through it all. I love you, little brother. And I have no doubt that you're going to be a wonderful husband and eventually a fantastic father. There's so much emotion in this room right now, even the cake is in tears. So, at this time, I'll ask Craig and Steph to turn and face each other as we raise our glasses to them. They say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. That sums you both up perfectly, and as you look into each other's eyes, keep this in mind. you're now looking into the eyes of the person who is statistically most likely to murder you. To Craig and Steph.
Didn't drop it.
And celebrate the love of my daughter to Craig Baldwin. And Craig, thank you for taking care of my daughter. And just make her happy. Absolutely. Make her happy. And I'll give you a word of advice from a man that made a toast at my wedding. I hope this is the best marriage that you ever have. That's with my brother, Terry. And I'm with my wife for 33 years now. So, congratulations. Cheers.